Well, hello guys, hello. Welcome back to the Big Fat Psychic channel. I'm so pleased to be reading again for you today. Oh my, okay. So given the money spread that we did for Harry and Meghan, is it ruin for who? Do you know, it got me thinking because as you know, one thing leads to another. So we're going to look at the accountant, okay, because the accountant knows the truth of the whole situation. So yeah, this should be interesting, or I'm hoping it will be interesting. So don't worry about the cards. I've already given tons of shuffles before I've started. Let's have a look then, okay. Oh, and thank you for all your comments. Oh, can't believe I was missed. Oh, bless you. I absolutely stayed off social media all week. Practically, okay, apart from seeing the odd flashes every now and again pop up. I kept up with a bit of Neil Sean and a bit of Lady C, and that was it. So, yeah, so I'm still catching up. So it was not Vanity Fair, was it? It was bloody Variety. Oh my. Anyway, we've got a video on that coming up today as well. So, well, we'll stay where we are for now. The accountant, Harry's accountant. Let's have a look then, okay. So, Harry has to have an accountant, okay, for tax purposes, for providing reports, for dealing with his companies, for processing paperwork with his finances. You know, there's a lot there that the accountant will do because we're talking big money. So we need loopholes for this big money. They're just like you and I as well, you know, try and get away with paying as least as possible. If it's legal, you know, it's not our fault there's maybe a loophole. Do you remember that? Harry saying there's a loophole for everything. So yeah, we're going to see. How does, how does Harry's accountant see Harry's finances? No, keep that short. Too many variables in there. How does Harry's accountant feel about, Harry's finances? That's still the same, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, how does he feel about the finances? Oh, look at that. Look at that. I'm still seeing that 5. That 5 is shooting out at me. Oh, Harry, what have you done? Yeah. I hope we're recording this. So you got the King of Wands reversed here. So, you know, Harry is unreliable. He's trying to cheat the system a lot. He talks a good game. He's spinning a yarn. It's Harry's hard work to nail down for paperwork. So, you know, do you know what? I don't know why, but we've got an accountant. He's been in our family for 40 years. 40, no, maybe longer. He was my mum's accountant for her businesses, and so we just kept him. You know, Andrew, can you sort this out for us, please? But anyway, yes, it's unreliable. So from an office point of view, I see it is a legit office. Okay, it's not fly by night accountant. There's a series of desks that I see with people, and they're on their phones, and I can see that it's like a normal office. It's like a normal office, but, you know, with lots going on and different clients as well. I'm not saying that, you know, this is a place you walk into as a client, you know. I think it's send us your receipts, you know, you can do that via email or drop them off. We do. We drop them off in a bag. Everything in, everything out. 2 bags, that's all you need. But anyway, yeah, so I kind of just see, like, it's nothing too fancy, okay? Nothing too fancy. What I mean by that is it's not an accountancy, you know, building with all the fancy stuff for big celebrities and this, that and the other. Actually, the more I'm describing this, I'm feeling like, you know, oh dear. I think I was seeing old crusty shirts, mate, you know, proper accountant shirts, I call them, you know, and braces. But anyway, yeah, so they can't pinpoint him down. They're so like boggled by his paperwork, lack of signatures here, lack of signatures there. maybe duplicating things, you know, all these things are very, very confusing. So it's quite a big job for Harry's accountant to sort of like deal with him. And you can never get him on the phone. That's right, yeah, you can never get him on the phone. It's like he expects to be treated differently, you know, like pluck figures out of thin air. It's one thing to massage your figures, but it is another to, you know, inflate them or whatever, you know, not take instruction from your client, you know. An accountant can't make the figures up. They have to come to that conclusion, you know, in a legal way that can be documented and in the same fairness that applies to everybody else. Okay, so I hope you get what I'm saying here. There is no special arrangement in place for Prince Harry. He is just normal, you know. Maybe that's why I was in the office. He's just normal to them. They probably do have a lot of celebrities, etc. So yeah, that's how he sees their finances, you know. Things aren't going the way they thought. What does the accountant know about Harry and Meghan's finances that we don't? Okay, so, you know, I'm getting cost in business here. So you do have the Four of Cups reversed. So I'm going to say that, you know, the accountant's been worried for quite a while and he's been seriously unhappy about this. So that could mean, you know, that he sees the finances not being in a good light, okay? Meghan's spending, Harry's spending, you know, you got tax things, you know. So there is help there. The accountants can help them. But again, you know, even with the accountant, these two think they know it all, you know. They know it all, but they don't. And this is going to cause Harry, you know, there's a risk here of upsetting Harry and Meghan, talking about the reality of their finances, because what they do is they they deal with all your past, you know, your all your accounts each month and yearly. They know what's happening. I doubt they would have changed their accountants at the moment. I doubt it because this is trusted information, and you need the highest of the highest and the best of the best to handle their types of money and things that they wish to do. So they've been able to see that, you know, on the current past trends to what the future trends are, and it's unhappy, you know. They're unhappy with the way things are looking within the future, but they've been saying this for months, you know, months if not a while ago. So within months, I think, because things are now taking a turn for the worst, money is not, you know, the money that they was expecting. Now, I say this is unhappiness because it can still be turned around. This can be turned around, you know. So the accountant thinks, okay, and they deal with facts and figures, facts. Okay, so they obviously do know that they're unhappy with this. You know, it's like there is help available as well, and there's things that Harry and Meghan could do in a legal money way to help themselves. But it's as if, like, you know, they know best, so they're not going to do it. You know, they're not going to do it. They're not listening to their own accountants. I mean, there's quite a few times, you know, in the past, over the years, that I've not liked what our accountant has put on our figures, you know. I'm like, what? But, you know, it's one of them. I mean, I did ring him up one day and say to him, you know, I pay you to save me money, not make me pay it. And he went, I know, but if we do it your way, you're going to get picked out. And they'll want to see, you know, the last 6 years of your accounts. Once they grab you, they grab you. So he said, I'm trying to prevent that. So I was like, right, okay then. So yeah, I had to suck it up. Yeah, I pay you to save me money, not make me pay. Oh dear. Yeah, so, you know, that's the kind of advice they give you. You know, they're sensible, they know the score. They know the rules, you know, they know all the rules. Okay, so, you know, how does Harry see his, how does the accountant see his finances? Unreliable, you know, chopping and changing, nothing's ever stable. What they say never comes through. You know, what don't we know is that they're seriously unhappy with the way Meghan's finances are so like going. But there could be more to this because we already know, you know, that we already know there's issues with the finances and numbers not stacking up. I mean, you know, you haven't got the 100 million, you probably haven't got the 80 million from Spotify, whatever it was. Excuse me. Yeah, or, you know, any of the freaking things that they come out with. And I mean, she's giving interviews away for free now, isn't she, with that Variety? I kept saying Vanity. Anyway, yeah, so, yeah, she's Then, so they're not happy. Okay, what are the accountants advising Harry to do financially? You know, they're saying you need to get out there and work. You need to get out there and work. You know what? They really have come full circle, haven't they? They really, really have. So Meghan left acting behind, and now looks like you know. Well, we know she's been doing it, but she's full circle. Maybe she'll end up back on our screens. Oh no, she's already on them, isn't she? And then you've got Harry. You know, didn't have to work. Who's now having to work. Yeah, get to work, Harry, get to work. That's what they're saying, get to work. You need to bring in the work to get paid as well. Why am I feeling like I've got a sort of like a short start? What would that mean, short start? It's like a short period, maybe. Yeah, short period. But maybe bridging something, you know. So we're building a bridge. We're building a bridge. That's what we're doing. We're building a bridge. So we need to. It's to tide us over. To tide us over. This is, you know, I do believe Harry is looking for some money from one of the estates in the future, probably grandmother, or I just feel like, you know what? I really do feel like it's not just about money, neither. I keep seeing Charles, you know. I do see Charles with his checkbook. Maybe I'd pay him off, but, you know. So, yeah, they're like bridging their time. I mean, really, they've just spent, nearly, I don't know, if they had 60 million, they've probably spent at least 40. And, well, what they paid 40 million quid to be as unpopular and out of work as they are today and doing charity work, you know. So they paid 40. That's irony. Irony. Okay. So they paid 40 million. Let's just say it could be 14 even. But they paid all that freaking money to do what they could have been doing in the royal family and looking good, you know. Touring around the countries, you know, supporting charities. Yeah, I know. But, you know, so they've paid to do what they could have been doing anyway, you know, more likely what they'll have to do in the future, you see. You know, there was going to charities when there was royals, and there was liked as well, but it was all Meghan's games and double standards and the hypocrisies and the constant dramas and tantrums and, you know, leaking to the press and then attacking every, you know, the kiddies, Charlotte and whoever else, you know. So many things, can't even recall them at the moment. But, so yeah, the you know, basically, and they look bad at it as well. So that is, you know, if you think about it, everything has an opposite, okay? Everything has an opposite. So you've got the royals in the UK who are fairly, you know, on the light side, the white side. And then you've got Meghan and Harry who are trying to do and achieve exactly the same thing as what they've given up in the UK. But on a dark side, okay, on a dark side. So not to be confused with colour, okay, light and dark, light and dark. So, yeah, I do feel like that. How does, all right then, so how does the accountant feel then about Meghan's spending? Oh, okay. Meghan's spending it. Oh, told you she's been putting money away. Told you, told you. It says, look beneath me, look beneath me. What do I say? I say Harry. Right, intuition, doubt, dreams, look beneath the surface. Not all as it seems. Okay, so I do believe like Meghan and the accountant feels that all Meghan's receipts for dresses and this, that and the other and what she tries to claim for is not as it seems. So she's inflating it. There's a potential for archetypes to be billing another company for these clothes that either she's been given freely or what, hired, you know, hired. There's something, she's created quite an elaborate scheme on things. You know, if they ever was investigated, I think some of these trickery, the more she has direct contact with what the action she takes. So if she sets up these schemes or she encourages these schemes, she implements these schemes all to sort of like end up profiting about 15 times, you know, just reselling an outfit or a dress, you know, or we'll hire it there for £1,000. We'll hire it somewhere else. Actually, you can buy that. Now we're going to sell that. You know, these are all these things that this accountant thinks is very, very dubious and as well confusing. She is deliberately confusing the money. She's ciphering away. She's ciphering away. Does the accountant, you know, there's trick, it's just, you know, behind the scenes, you know, it's behind the scenes. I think that's what she's doing with these clothes or these items, you know, that she obtains. Paying for her own pictures, you know, for archetypes to buy those pictures, you know, that are online. I don't know, getting images or whatever, or, you know, these variety shows and stuff like that. So she could be, you know, there's a lot there, isn't there? There's a lot there. That's just pure scheming. Scheming at its finest. I can't imagine I'm like that or would do something like that. I'm probably, I don't know what the word is, premeditated, I don't know. Yeah, I just can't imagine living a life like that and doing it. I mean, is this how the rich and famous, you know, live so well with their finances, finding these things that are perfectly legal, okay, perfectly legal to get rid of money? Does the accountant suspect Meghan of hiding money? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. But you know what? I think as well the accountant agrees with this. I really do. I think he agrees with it, you know. So, it's an agreement. They are trying to hide money, but it's done. You know, they've had meetings about it. You know, they've had meetings. This is not a negative outcome card for an accountant. You know, he sees it as facts and figures, and that's it. You know, without any emotion, without, you know, it's logic, isn't it? Logic and numbers here, and knowing the law. And to them, it's like a skill, like an art of being able to, you know, find a way around things. You know, to satisfy the interest of the client. And these top-notch accountants know exactly what they're doing. They know the rule books inside out, and there's a lot of books. There's a lot of books. So I do feel like, you know, they know Meghan's hiding money. Maybe that's, you know, she's not clever enough to do that. So maybe, you know, it's something that the accountant has, so like, wait, do you know what, right? This is a bit odd, but I'm not seeing anything to worry in here at all with Harry's accountant. I know it's unreliable, I know that things aren't looking good and they need to get more work and they're trying to hide money, and that they, you know, there is a meeting coming up with Harry and his accountant. So what will this meeting consist of, please? Or what will be the outcome of this meeting with the accountant for Meghan and Harry? Well, I think things are going to, you know, shine a light here. Oh, dear me. So something good, I have to say, something good, like some good news, some good news on the way, some good news. So I'm getting, like, they feel safe. Yeah, I definitely feel like, you know, they're going to sit with Meghan and Harry and show them the ways of how things can get better, because we've got help is available here if they would just listen, you know, and listen. So they can see that they're going to discuss, like, how things have been going. We already know in the past because we'll hear from the accountant a lot. Well, now, probably when there's something to worry about, I suppose, because they're big, aren't they? So, you know, I don't know. I only have to speak to my accountant a couple of times a year, and that's it. So, oh, yeah. I was going to say, I haven't paid my bill yet. I picked my account. I've just remembered the card machine wasn't working at the time, so I said I'd ring back. Oh, I'll have to ring them. Anyway, yeah, so it's been about 2 months, 3 months. Okay, so thanks for that. Yeah, I wouldn't have remembered. Right, okay then. So going back to it, yeah, I do feel like this meeting will help, you know, Meghan and Harry, unfortunately, and see a way forward. You know, they're going to be able to say things will get better, and the proposals as well. But I'm also seeing, like, you know, something coming to light, something coming to light. But it's a good thing, I suppose. It looks good. And I definitely see someone, you know, wanting to shout from the rooftops about something as well. But for now, I'm going to say that the accountant are going to be able to help Meghan and out and Meghan and what? Meghan and Harry out. And so, like, show them the way. That's what I'm getting. Show them the way. So, yeah, I think... you know, if I was a charity or out like that, or just, you know, if I was loaded, I would not be talking about how much money I've got, because, you know, you could be the taxman, or IRS if it's somewhere else, you know, or anything. So, yeah, you just wouldn't go shouting your mouth off, really, would you? How much Archetypes has raised, because then you know that off that total, only 5% probably has been shifted to another, you know, another maybe Travelist. Maybe that money, you know, the 5% goes there and they keep the 95%. So no, I don't feel like this is there's a meeting here. So what do we know about... So what do we know overall of then? So we'll, you know, how... will the accountants... Now, what challenges do the accountants see dealing with Meghan and Harry? Well, we're getting a lot of third parties here, third parties. So, you know, the challenges are working things out and getting the most for their clients and what they want to do. So, you know, I do feel like working together, that's why they're all together there, working together, and they'll create stuff as well. So you've got more projects apparently coming out. So this is probably... These are shelf companies, that's what I want to say. These are shelf companies that will, you know, get the 5 minutes of fame, you know, in the papers, and you never hear of any of these subsidiary companies. I mean, what did they do? So, what, 20 odd companies in Delaware? Oh, Jesus. Oh, yeah, yeah, you need a team of accountants. Actually, you know, from an accountant's point of view, it's pretty simple. Not to us. So yeah, they're going to, you know, be working on other things and creating other areas and taking things forward. So, you know, I think where the accountant is concerned, unfortunately, you're not going to like it, but, you know, they see that, well, they're still going to be involved with Harry and Meghan, and so, like, supporting them in steering them in the way they need to go. And if you think about it, your accountant is your first point of call when you're looking at, you know, setting up other businesses or tax affairs and this, that and the other. So, yeah, they're the closest ones to them that know all the facts and figures and of a measure of the past, and therefore can, you know, on current trends, see the future as well and identify at the time areas that need, so like they're not happy with, you know, looking at. So yeah, I think the accountants, they're not telling Harry and Meghan go get a job and putting pressure on them. Okay, they're just so like guiding them. You know, it's actually Meghan and Harry who submit the real IRS in the end. You know, the accountant prepares it and maybe signs for them, but they still have to agree. They still have to agree, and because it's their info. So yeah, oh dear. Don't see too much rocking here at all. I mean, that's just the accountant's view. I'm not sure how we would see that. You know, they're not into the Meghan and Harry thing. They're sort of like serious people about their work, and so they're not into it. There's only a minority, if you think about it, maybe 45, I don't know, sometimes 150,000 people who are into this kind of thing. Maybe there's probably a bit more, but in the grand scheme of thing, in what, I don't know how many billion on the planet, you know, it's easy to acknowledge, like my friends, they have jobs and everything, and they're just not into this, you know, they'd never think of logging on every day and listening to me. So, but yeah, we do, don't we? We do. Okay, guys, that's it from me then. Jesus, another announcement. But anyway, yeah, I'll be back soon with another reading. Bye now. Bye-bye.